A good day, everyone. My name is Patrick Jan A. Exala, and my partner is Bryan Estigoy from BSCRIM 1 Block B, and we will be discussing the table and their functions. What is a table? Not this kind of table. The next slide will be presented to you by Sir Bryan Estigoy.
Table. A table is arrangement of information of data, typically in rows and columns or possibly in a more complex structure. It is a table, but it's commonly used in the presenting of data collected and can be seen having rows and columns. Next. Tables are widely used in communication research and data analysis. A table appears in print and media and handwritten notes in computer and software, architectural and ornamentation, traffic and sign, and many other places. Table appear in print and media and handwritten notes in computer and software, and architectural and ornamentation, traffic and sign, and many other places. A table is an arrangement of data in rows and columns or possibly in a more complex structure, and tables are widely used in communication research and data analysis. Table appear in a print media and handwritten and computer software, architectural and ornamentation, traffic sign, and many other places. Next. A table consists of an ordered arrangement of rows and columns. This is a simplified description of the most basic and kind of table. What is a simple table? A simple table here means that there is a maximum of 100 rows and 100 columns, where a harder column specifies the type of. Next, multiple table. A multiplication
What is a tabular presentation of data? A tabular presentation of data is a table that helps to represent even a large amount of data in an engaging, easy to read, and coordinated manner. The data is arranged in rows and columns, and this is also one of the most popularly used forms of presentation of data, as data tables are simple to prepare and read. Data tables or tabular presentation. A table facilitates representation of even large amounts of data in an attractive, easy to read, organized manner. So think about a scenario where your report cards are printed in textual format. Tas yung grades niya, tas yung remarks po ay naka paragraph format instead of data table or tabular presentation. So nakakalito po siya, 'di ba, kung iisipin niyo. Kaya dapat po ang pagpe-present po ng data ay tama at malinaw. Kung gagamitin po natin yung data tables or tabular presentation, mas madaling maunawaan ng magbabasa yung mga data at yun nga, nakaayos na siya at naka-organize. Yun. The data is organized in rows and columns. So, kung lahat naman na po siguro tayo nakakita naman na po ng table. Hindi po yung table, yung lamesa. Yung table po guys sa may Microsoft Word, makita nyo po merong rows and columns. So, saan nga ba doon yung rows and columns? Yung columns po ay pa-vertical po siya. Pa-vertical. Ganyan po. Yung mga sa mga data. Tapos sa rows naman po yung data. Kumbaga 1, tapos 1, tapos dire-diretso po yan. So, ewan ko maayos yung pag-on ko doon. Pero ito, the next. Data tables or tabular presentation is one of the most widely used forms of presentation of data since data tables are easy to construct and read. Kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina, ang data table or tabular presentation ay isa sa mga pinaka madalas ginagamit na sa pagpe-present ng data dahil nga mas madali siyang gawin tas mas madali mabasa. The advantages of tabular presentation. Advantage of using tabular presentation. So, ease of representation, ease of analysis, helps in comparison, and economical. So, sa ease of representation, a large amount of data can be easily confined in a data table. Evidently, it is the simplest form of data presentation. So, ease of analysis. Data tables are frequently used for statistical analysis like calculation of central tendency, dispersion. So, madalas makikita to sa math. And helps in comparison. In a data table, the rows and columns which are required to be compared can be placed next to each other to point out. This facilitates comparisons as it becomes easy to compare each value. So, sa madalas nagagamit na po sa accounting. So, pag may kino-compare sila sa mga data, like yung mga babayarin, tapos, yun, etc. Economical. Construction of a data table is fairly easy and presents the data in a manner which is really easy on the eyes of a reader. Moreover, it saves time as well as space. So, dito naman po kaya po siya tinawag na economical. Madali po siyang gawin. Tapos, less po yung na-occupy po niyang space kung ikukumpara mo po, kung ililipat mo po. Kung gagawin niyo po pala siyang paragraph format at malaki po sinasakop nun na space. Di kagaya sa tabular presentation which is konti lang yung sinasakop na space. There are also 4 types of tabular presentations which are qualitative classification, quantitative classification, temporal classification, and spatial classification. What is a qualitative classification of tabular presentation? Qualitative classification is a data in a table that is classified on the basis of qualitative attributes. In other words, if the data contained attributes that cannot be quantified like rural or urban, boys and girls, and etc., it can be identified as a qualitative classification of data. Quantitative classification in a tabular presentation of data. A quantitative classification of data, the data is classified on the basis of features that are quantitative in nature. In other words, these features can be estimated quantitatively. So, nabibilang po siya. So, kung makita niyo sa may slide na to ay nakita niyo yung marks 0 to 50 yung nakakuha nun. So, tas yung number of students. So, sa 0 to 50 na marks, bali 29 students ang nakakuha ng ganung grado. Tapos sa 51 to 100, 64 students yung nakakuha nung 51 to 100 na grade. Temporal classification of data. Here, data is classified according to time. Thus, when data is mentioned with respect to different time frames, we term such a classification as temporal. And And in these classifications, time becomes the categorizing variable, and data are classified according to time, maybe in years, months, weeks, days, hours, minutes, and seconds. And lastly, the last type of a table, a tabular presentation classification, which is the spatial classification. When the categorization is done on the basis of location, so this is known as a spatial classification. The place may be a country, state, district, block, village, town, and etc. So kapag yung lokasyon yung hinahanap, spatial classification na kaagad to. While the temporal classification, pag time yun na involved sa data, temporal classification na kaagad siya. So that is all. Thank you guys for listening.